Hey everyone, Zach here. I just want to give a quick update on the upcoming Nicaragua trip. So today is March 12th, 2020, and we're right in the midst of the coronavirus outbreak. Many people are calling it a pandemic at this point. Right now, the level 4 countries are the worst countries with the most cases are China, South Korea, Italy specifically, and Iran. And today, President Trump actually just put a travel limitation on all European flights coming into the US. So my girlfriend was actually in Paris as of yesterday. They arrived on Tuesday in Paris and they were supposed to be there for a week. So the news came out in Paris at about 2, 3 a.m. in the morning there, and it was about 9 or 10 at night here in the States. So as soon as they heard the news, they had to buy flights and come right back. And I believe at the Parisian airport, the wait for getting through security was 2.5 hours. And it was everyone from Americans trying to make it back and Europeans who needed to travel to the States because the ban was mainly for people who were non-American citizens and limiting them from entering the US. So there's just a massive panic in Europe right now because of the coronavirus. So with this outbreak, what does that do for our trip? We're only 24 days out now from leaving from Nicaragua. And my girlfriend's pretty worried, and she has every right because she just went through Paris and saw the mayhem. And the question is, if we leave, are we going to get back into the country? And that's our biggest concern. Now, suppose we got stuck in Nicaragua and couldn't get back, then that would mean she would lose her job because she's a nurse. So what do we do about that? We both have houses and mortgages and rentals and all types of business stuff that we would have to worry about. So what do we do there? So there's a lot of things to think about now if we decide to leave. What I have found out in Latin America is there are about 4 cases of coronavirus in Colombia. There are about 12 cases in Costa Rica, and El Salvador, which is just north of Nicaragua, just shut down their borders to all tourists. So no one's coming into that country. And the same thing could happen to Nicaragua or Costa Rica. We really don't know. So we've got 24 more days. We're going to lay out the pros and cons. We do know that if we cancel the trip and don't go, we won't be able to get any of our money back, especially from the Airbnb. The flights do have insurance, but none of the stays will probably be refunded. And that's thousands of dollars that we'll lose. So we really need to weigh the pros and cons. Being our age, we're not really worried about catching coronavirus because from what I've heard, it's not supposed to be that bad. It's a sickness, you have a fever, you don't feel well, but it passes. And we're not old and we're not prone to any other diseases or anything that would give us a cause of death or a reason that we would pass away. So we're not worried about that. We're mainly worried about what if we get stuck or can't get back or things of that nature. But right now, I would have to say we're American citizens. I don't foresee them locking us out. I would think it would be other people. The worst is that we would be quarantined, in my opinion. So we got to get some more research and figure out what in the world we're going to do. But right now, it's up in the air. But I know we're going to figure it out. So stick with me. There will be more info to come. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook to stay updated on the latest. But more importantly, to stay updated on YouTube, press the subscribe button below.